Hello. I have a cold. I wasn't going to film, but I guess I'd film something. Coached first thing this morning. I came home, I meditated, and now I'm gonna wait to pick up Sam from the airport. He went to go visit his family. I am just gonna lay here on the couch and watch Netflix and not feel bad about myself at all. This is some leftover lentils that Sam made, and I mixed ground turkey into it. So it's Saturday now. Still sick. I didn't end up filming really anything yesterday. That morning routine where I shower in the morning. The only thing I like about it is that it kind of forces me to put sunscreen on my face. So I'm like, I never put lotion on my face because if I don't shower, I'm not usually putting lotion on my face at 5 in the morning when I'm coaching. I think I'm gonna get dressed and go for a walk. This is my messy bedroom. And this is the comfiest outfit I could find and I'm going to wear for the rest of the day. There is something really nice about being outside. I personally just really like being out in the sun, and that's actually why I moved to California in the first place. I heard somewhere that in some countries they prescribe like being outside in nature if you deal with like depression or anxiety. And I can definitely see why it helps. I just wanted to give some context to the last video I posted. Some of you may know me from like Massachusetts, and then some of you may have met me in, California, or maybe you don't know me at all. I talked a little about anxiety in my that last video, and I kind of was just trying to figure out what my story is around it. I wanted to share it, and I feel like sometimes people think about anxiety, and I feel like people use that term loosely. People who deal with I don't want to say real anxiety. It's a very difficult thing to manage. But my story is how I'm dealing with it, and hopefully that would be able to help somebody else. I was always an anxious kid. I worried a lot. When I was 19, my mom passed away, and that was when I first started having sensations or panic-y feelings, but I didn't know what they were. And when they happened, it would happen, and then I would just forget about it. It wouldn't it wouldn't stay in my mind. And then fast forward 2018, they got a little bit worse. Sometimes I would occasionally, maybe once every 6 months or something, I would have a real panic attack. There was one time I woke up in the middle of the night thinking I was dying. I just thought the world was kind of closing in on me. Ran into the bathroom. I was living with my uncle at the time, and I almost went into his room and woke him up. Fast forward a little bit more time, to 2022, and now it feels more complicated. I started dating somebody very seriously for the first time ever. I've also spent the last 6 or 7 years trying to compete in CrossFit, which is very physically demanding and mentally demanding. And those things both contributed to my anxiety, and kind of made it worse. I do think dating somebody kind of triggered it too, and I felt really good at first, and then in the middle of 9 months into dating, I started getting nervous all of a sudden for no reason, and thinking Sam might break up with me or leave me, but for really no reason. It's just I started to develop this anxious attachment, and some of the anxiety I had was really bad. If he was away for work, I'd be scared to get up off the couch or even go shower. In the beginning of 2023, right around March, I started having panic attacks every other week, and I was seeing a therapist, and still am seeing a therapist. Just feelings of dying and feelings your heart is gonna stop, very, very real feelings. And for someone who's never dealt with that, it's hard to imagine maybe what that would be like. But for someone who does deal with it, it's very, very, very scary. I don't know. It just feels your heart's gonna stop, or you think you're gonna die out of nowhere for some reason. It's really strange. I did a lot of crying, just feeling like I wasn't gonna get better, being very, very, very uncomfortable. One huge thing for me was I started getting panic attacks like after I would work out. Like I would do a workout and finish, and like my heart rate would be really high, and then I would start to panic. That's kind of why like in September I was trying to take a break from training. Since then it has gotten a little bit better. One of the things was like figuring out your priorities. Like, do I really want to compete in CrossFit? I do, but not at the highest level. I don't want to spend my whole day doing that anymore. My therapist recommended this Dare app, and it's like for anxiety, which has helped me so much. I still deal with like the thoughts and the sensations, but like it's gotten so much better. It's definitely like a learning curve. I kind of thought like, do everything as much as possible to like get my anxiety to go away. But it's more about accepting the anxiety and like being okay with the sensations, like being okay with the thoughts and kind of letting them come and go like as they need to. And just remembering that there's no set timeline, like this healing process or whatever is going on. I kind of just need to let it take as long as it needs to and like not put like a deadline on it. So that's kind of my story around that. And I just want people to know that who do suffer from anxiety, like it can get better. One last thing that's been super helpful is like Sam has been super understanding. Like anytime I got like scared or nervous, like I would make sure to tell him because I didn't want to hold those things in anymore. And I was really scared that he would think that I was just like a crazy person. But it hasn't been the case at all. And it's definitely been a lot easier having him around. Sam and I don't have a dishwasher in our apartment, and I was like, yeah, I can wash dishes by hand, whatever. And then I realized that like I actually like really need to wear these because I hate having really dry, gross hands from washing like a bunch of dishes. I really just wanted to say thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.